Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today we'll be continuing our series on Music Monday, and I want to talk about a topic that really applies to any skill level, but specifically for beginners and intermediates, and that is the idea when we're learning music and learning some of the basics, we really should stick to one genre or just a couple genres. I think at the beginning it gets really difficult to narrow down our focus, and that is a really important part about creating good music and just being a good musician. I remember when I first started, I really wanted to explore every genre out there for EDM, and I really got too sidetracked with too many distractions and wasn't able to narrow my focus enough, and it really held me back as a musician for a while, and I wasn't able to progress as quickly as I like. Now, what do I mean by this? If you're just starting out and you're looking at all of the internet for all your EDM sources, and let's just say you're not sure about what kind of music you like, which is actually a lot more common than most people think. You know, when you listen to a song and you're not musically inclined or you don't have the background, it's very difficult to necessarily know, like, hey, this is a house track, this is synthwave. You know, you kind of get into that and you get into that pattern, you find out more about these musicians and you find out more about these genres. And after some research, you can start to narrow things down. But to really find exactly what you want in terms of tutorials can be a little bit tricky. So when I was starting out, I really didn't know what to look for. I tried about everything. I knew a few channels, but I didn't know what kind of music I really don't want to make. I want to explore things, so I started doing some house tracks. I started to look at other EDM genres, hip hop, just about everything to do with electronic music, and I wasn't able to make very much progress because I'd start on one project, decide that wasn't for me, start on another, decide that wasn't for me, and even took time to learn some techniques that really don't interest me at all today and really didn't even interest me back in the day. I just thought it'd be good to learn those, when in reality, you don't need to be doing that. The best thing to do is really hone in as much as you can on one or two genres and explore those. Think of it if you're a guitarist. I play a little guitar. I know now that jazz isn't for me, classical guitar isn't for me. Rock, blues, stuff like that is what I like, and that is what I focus on. If I started to do jazz techniques, classical techniques, well, my rock playing and blues playing would suffer because I'd have to take up time to learn those new techniques, and I'd really be starting from scratch for a lot of those things. The same applies for EDM. Although it seems like you're using a DAW, you have a lot of similar techniques, in reality, a lot of things don't overlap. You don't use the same instrumentation necessarily, you don't use the same sounds, and you really will get sidetracked if you start on a whole new genre. That really doesn't apply to you. That doesn't mean you can't branch off and learn new things. Of course, that is one of the best things about being a musician, no matter what your level, but just make sure that you stay on track as much as possible. Really hone in on that genre that you like and keep your focus on it. I don't think you need to keep focus on just one genre, but maybe keep it within one or two or three, something like that, and really focus on those techniques. You'll find that a lot of the sounds that you're using, you know, your drums, your synths, those will not overlap for a lot of genres. So becoming familiar with those will really help you become better within the genres that you like. And that will also help you focus in terms of what videos you watch, what tutorials you read about, etc., etc. That's really all I want to mention today. It's a quick video, but it's an important topic. I think we need to remember that we should narrow our focus when we can, and that will really help us get to the goals that we want faster. What do you guys think about this topic? Let me know down in the comments if you want me to explore other topics, anything at all within the world of music, and I will do so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.